Lesson number 3, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Being really smart is important if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or any number of professions, but it's not important at all in network marketing. In fact, people who are really smart often fail miserably. Seriously, intelligence has nothing to do with success. Are there smart people who make a lot of money in this industry? Sure there are. Do you need a college degree to be successful in network marketing? No, you do not. Don't even need a high school diploma. Do you know any highly intelligent people who are broke? I do. Know any college grads working at a fast food restaurant? I do. I can introduce you to hundreds of people who didn't finish college, who've made more than $100,000 a year in network marketing. Some of my friends didn't even finish high school, but they are making more money than people who have advanced degrees and the massive student loan debt that comes with it. How's that possible? Well, if you want to be a doctor, you must go to college for a very long time. It is a requirement, and there's good reason for that. Students spend their time in laboratories and classrooms studying biochemistry, advanced anatomy, physiology, psychology, medical ethics, and a whole lot more. They learn how to examine patients, take medical histories, and diagnose illnesses. The next time you need a doctor, be thankful that he or she has committed so much of their life to help you. But there's no such requirement in network marketing. We all have the same opportunity. Right now, the opportunity that you are in gives you the chance, if you want to take it, to make $100,000 a year or more. Nobody will ever ask you or anyone else for a copy of their diploma because it doesn't matter. One of the biggest keys to success in network marketing is so simple, many educated people fail miserably. They want to complicate the process. Please do not complicate the process. But people do want to make it complicated because it can't be that simple, can it? Yes, it can and is simple. Now, you've probably heard it many times. KISS, keep it simple, silly. Do what others have done to be successful. It's got to be harder than that, doesn't it? Apple co-founder Steve Jobs was a big proponent of simple. He said, that's been one of my mantras, focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. Did you hear that? Simple can be harder than complex. Been there, done that. Oh man, I tried to make it really complicated. Please don't make network marketing complex because it isn't. Apple co-founder Steve Jobs founded the legendary company in his garage after he dropped out of college. He became one of the wealthiest people in the world, a massive success by any person's standards, but he was a college dropout. You should play follow the leader and then repeat that process over and over again, teaching others to play follow the leader. Didn't we learn that when we were itty-bitty little kids? I struggled mightily with this very simple principle. I refused to believe that success could be this simple, but it really is incredibly simple to be successful in network marketing. Tonight's show host Jimmy Fallon has some words of encouragement for you. There's always going to be someone out there who doesn't believe in you or who thinks your head is too big or you're not smart enough. But those are the people you need to ignore. And those are the times you need to just keep doing what you love doing. Now, I'll tell you this, I didn't join network marketing because I loved doing network marketing in the beginning, because I didn't understand what this industry is really all about. I didn't understand that the thing that I would love most about network marketing is lifting people up, is helping other people. Not only do you not have to be a rocket scientist, you do not have to be a salesperson either. I hope you heard that. One of the biggest misconceptions about network marketing is that you must be a super salesperson to become successful. The simple truth is that if you are a salesperson, you are much more likely to fail than people who hate sales. Wait a minute. Back that up. Wait a second. Did I really say that? If you're a salesperson, you're much more likely to fail than people who hate sales? Well, most salespeople are trying to close people all of the time. They're trying to make the sale because that's what they've been taught to do. It's their nature. So what's the problem with that? Well, more often than not, when you try to convince someone to join you in a network marketing business, you turn them off, and they will never join your business. This is not a sales business, and you do not have to be a salesperson to be successful. By now, you're probably saying, well then, Scott, what is it? Network marketing really is a teaching and mentoring business. You're just teaching people what to do to become successful. This industry has never been about selling. It's always been about teaching. Some people like to call it coaching and mentoring. The majority of the salespeople I know who start network marketing businesses, the majority of them, focus entirely on selling. They sell, 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 and push, push, push people. Salespeople have a tendency to sell so hard that they turn people off. The people they turn off end up hating network marketing because they believe that they would have to sell, 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 and push, 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 and they don't want to do that. Who wants to do that? Salespeople. Many years ago, I was teaching a small group of people how to become successful in our business. When I mentioned that you don't have to be a salesperson, a woman in the audience loudly disagreed with me. She proclaimed, "This is the sales business, Scott, and I don't care what you say." And this woman sounded just like me back when I'd never made any money in network marketing. I was convinced that I was right. She was convinced that she was right, even though she had never made a dime. She was telling me that I was wrong. I was making, I don't know, somewhere more than $100,000 a year. She had never made a dime. It's exactly the way I was. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? I knew she believed what she was saying. She absolutely believed it. There was nothing I could do to convince her that I was right and she was wrong. Years before, nobody could convince me either. Sadly, she tried to sell, 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 and push, push, push people to join the business. A few weeks later, she quit without ever making any money. So what's the lesson? This is not a sales business. It's a teaching or coaching and mentoring business, helping people. That's what you do for a living. How cool is that? You should never try to sell, sell, sell people to get into the business. And you should never try to sell, sell, sell people on how to do the business. You see, you can watch these videos, every single one of them, and do whatever you want. Just as I went to people who were already making $100,000 a year, even though at the time I'd never made a dime, and ignored everything they said for a few months. One of the founding fathers of the United States, Benjamin Franklin, said something that stuck with me ever since I heard it. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Convincing people to join a network marketing business does not work. The definition of sell is to persuade or induce someone to buy something. Now, I'm not against salespeople, but I was persuaded by some good friends to join several network marketing businesses. They said, "Oh, Scott, you got to do this," and they persuaded me, and as a result, I never did anything in any of those businesses. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. When you sell or convince someone to join your business, you will constantly have to sell them to do everything. You'll have to convince them not to quit. And that gets really old really fast. Sometimes you have to convince them not to quit daily. Does that sound like fun to you? Is that something you really want to do? I tried convincing, and it wasn't fun at all, and it did not work. Never sell anyone on your business or your products. It will lead to frustration and nothing but frustration. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, and no matter what you've heard or what you've thought, you do not have to be a salesperson to be successful.